So I guess if I'm thinking back to when I'm a kid, and if I were given the opportunity to speak to a younger version of myself, and I was allowed to offer myself one piece of advice, I would probably talk about friendship. And I would talk about the different types of people that you encounter in life and how not all people that you meet in life are your friend. And so sometimes we confuse people who are just around us with people who we think are our friends, but the reality is they're not really your friend. They're just people that are around you. So the first type of person that I would talk about would be like associates, for example. So an associate is someone who's kind of around you by default. And what I mean by default is maybe they are friends with one of your friends, and so they're kind of always around the same social situations that you're in. But for whatever reason, they're always kind of just around you, or they are around you a lot. Sometimes we get neighbors might be a good example. Someone that lives next door or across the street from you. Maybe they're just an associate. They're there by default because they just happen to be in the same general area as you. Sometimes you have these type of people at work where they're not your enemy. You're not against them. They're not necessarily against you, but you're just around each other by default. So you got to be careful with confusing these types of people with what an actual friend is. So I know there's been times in my life where I've confused people that were associates as friends and ultimately got hurt in the end because I guess maybe I was holding them to a standard that, you should only really hold to like an actual friend in life. And so, you know, you just have to be cautious about those types of people that are around you and what kind of information you offer them. Maybe the things that you try to confide in them, or even the sides of yourself that you may show to them. So keep in mind that associates are not around you because of who you are or what your goals are in life. They're just around you by default, so you've got to keep that in mind. Another type of friend that I actually do consider this type of person a friend. I just wouldn't call them a close friend, which would be like a comrade. So a comrade is like someone who, a lot of times comrades are for kind of the same things that you're for. Maybe you have a similar cause in life, something in life a goal, maybe a common goal. Um, a lot of times comrades are people that maybe, I'll give you an example, they may cheer for the same teams that you cheer for, whatever that is, whatever that maybe sports teams. We'll give an example. So let's say you cheer for a specific football team, and then you meet someone else who cheers for the same football team. When you're at the football game, it's real easy to stand next to each other and go, yeah, and high five each other and all that. But uh, at the end of the day, if you decide you don't want to cheer for that team anymore, or whatever your cause is in life, if that cause no longer is your cause, that person is probably no longer your comrade. So they're not going to want to stand next to you and cheer with you if you're, wearing the jersey of the opposing team, right? So um, the comrades will be by your side, and sometimes they're very valuable people to have around you in life because uh, sometimes the enemy of your enemy is your friend. You know what I mean? But you still got to be cautious about this type of person being around you. A lot of times, bar friends uh, are comrades, people that you probably would never talk to outside of that environment on purpose, or would probably never invite to do something. But if you see them at the bar, maybe you smile and wave. You might even sit down and have a drink with them and have a laugh with them or whatever. But you ultimately, they're not someone that's really that good of a friend of yours because once again, the cause is the reason they're around you. So whatever that cause is, whatever that goal is, when that goal no longer exists, when that cause no longer exists, they'll probably hit the road. So you got to just keep that in mind. Now, a true friend, the best type of friend, in my opinion, that you can make in life is a confidant. A confidant is someone who is around you for who you are. They're around you for all the things that you are in this life. And when you are having the worst day of your life and you need a friend, a confidant is always there for you. You don't show up on the front porch of a confidant's house in the middle of a crisis and they turn you away because they're too busy doing something else or whatever the reason is. So that, true confidants are people that have your back in all situations. When someone tries to pick a fight with you, they stand up next to you and they get into the middle of it with you, and they, when you're in pain, they're in pain, and they try to do things to make you feel better. They don't just think about you as this object. You know what I mean? Confidants are thinking about you as a true valued human being, and so they're going to be around you for you. Whatever you are in life, whatever you do in life, the confidant friend is behind you on that. So if you're someone who's an artistic person, maybe you like to draw or paint or write music or whatever it is that you do, whatever form of things that you do to express yourself, a true confidant friend will see that is something that's important to you, something that you love, and they will be supportive of it in general, and so, but at the same time, they may tell you when you're wrong, so, and when I say wrong, it's like maybe you make a decision in life, you do something, maybe you quit a good job or something that you shouldn't have quit, or maybe whatever it is that you do, and so a confidant may keep you in check and say, hey man, that was not the right decision to make, but a key part of confidants being such a good friend is the honesty between you and them. They're honest with you, they watch your back. And so the great thing about a confidant is you can tell a confidant about an exploit you have in life, something embarrassing that's happened to you, maybe just talking about something that you just need to get off your chest. And the confidant just doesn't go and tell other people. They don't blabber on about it and gossip to family members or friends or whatever. That's not what a true confidant does. A confidant does not act like that. And so you can tell the difference between the associates you meet, the comrades you meet, and the confidants that you meet in life. So there's another type of person that I wanted to mention too before I finish. It's snakes, and we've all encountered snakes in life. You may meet one every day in life in some form, and so you gotta keep snakes away from you in life, and you gotta recognize who they are, because snakes are capable of doing the worst kind of damage to you, because a snake will get close to you and they'll hang around you. They'll talk you up in public, and they put on this big show, and they slither their way around, and they get as close to you as they can, and then as soon as you stop looking, they strike and they take a shot at you. The snakes are the people who, when you're not with your girlfriend at the bar, they're trying to hit on your girlfriend, or they're dropping lines about you behind your back, talking about, why are you with that guy? He's all these things, blah, 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 or whatever, But snakes are the worst type of people because they put on a front, man. They make you think, they're your good friend. They make you think that they're here for you, but at no point are they ever for you ever. I mean, they may put on a front here and there, but they always, the thing about snakes is they always show their true colors sooner or later. They just can't get through life in a certain amount of time without doing something that truly hurts you, or does something that truly shows the nature of their character. So be mindful of the different types of friends that you meet in life, and keep in mind that if you have a true confidant for a friend, you need to learn that uh, some people never have a confidant. Some people never have that type of friend ever in life. It's not easy to meet someone that you connect with on that level. So if you can spend time with someone who's a true confidant, you're a blessed human being. If you have more than one, if you have two or three in your life, you're a very blessed person. So keep that in mind, and that's what I would say to a younger version of myself is just be aware of the people that are around you, the friends you meet. Keep in mind, and just because someone's around you a lot, maybe they share some of the same interests as you, it doesn't mean that they're your friend. And so uh, try to keep a level head, and be cautious about who you are around a lot, and the type of information that you share with people, because not everybody needs to know everything about your life. And so if you let the wrong people in, they may use that information for the wrong reasons. But I don't know. That's about it.